Hey, what's up, guys? I'll try to make this as short and sweet as possible, but I had a whole lot of guys asking for information and a parts list on how to do this wireless steering wheel setup. So let me give you an example first. All this is a Sparco steering wheel. I bought the Sparco button set off of, I don't know, I bought it with the steering wheel, Amazon, eBay, something like that. But it's just a button set that clamps on with your quick release steering wheel, so it just gets sandwiched between the quick release and the steering wheel itself. So it came with these momentary switches, pretty basic on off, and that's it. So what I did is I got online and I found a typical GM style transponder for your key fob, right? I will have following this video a couple of pictures, screenshots of the parts that I actually bought. But all this is you hit a button and it lights up, and that way you know it's working. But that's literally all it is a key fob. And I've soldered wires onto that switch, heat shrinked them, twisted them down, and tied them into the momentary switches on the transponder itself. So I'll take a picture and post that as well for future reference of contact points. It did take me a second to figure out exactly which side of these switches to attach to. So so there's a kind of a close-up look. Hopefully my S22 has a good enough camera that y'all can that y'all can see that pretty easily. But that's all it is you're using this button up here to take the place of this button down here, which still actually works if you wanted to hit the button. But we're just kind of taking a different route. We're going a roundabout way to trigger the transponder, which then sends the signal. Let me set this steering wheel over here to this. And this is just a receiver for the transponder. It is programmed one box to the what would have been the unlock position on the transponder and one to the lock. If I recall, it actually came pre-programmed, one button to each box, which was super convenient, but it does come with instructions for how to wire this, a wire schematic, how to program it. It's all very, very simple and self-explanatory. You won't have any trouble with it. But all I did was bought a general, off of Amazon. I got this 4-pin weather pack connector, labeled each side where I wanted them to go. The corresponding side on here runs up to, let's see here, this one on the right here. Sorry, it's hard to do with one hand. This one goes to my purge. This one goes to my nitrous solenoids to fire the nitrous. I don't know why they show 5 positions on this schematic. The one in the center that says no doesn't even exist. There are only 4 locations to plug a wire in when you open up this box. I wrote a schematic that's sitting here behind me that should be pretty self-explanatory. If you want to screenshot that before attempting to do this yourself, it makes it very, very easy to do. So, but that's all I did. Went from this 4-pin weather pack up, split signal for power, split signal for ground. Had to jump over from power in over to comm, and I can't remember exactly why. It's been a year and a half since I put this together. Tape the boxes together, stick them up under the dashboard. I can fire my purge from 200 feet away from the car. You can put this box anywhere in the car that you want to. Under the hood, in the trunk, it doesn't matter. Pick a place. The signal's going to get there. I can walk all the way to the end of the cul-de-sac across the street from where I live and still fire this thing off in my garage. So you won't have any issues with signal there. But looking at this schematic here, very simple. So you've got the female side of your weather pack, left side being here. Left side tan, and then blue, black, and red. Black and red are pretty self-explanatory, wired like everybody else does their cars. You can see here that I split the ground signal and I split the power. And over here, NC, you can send this to whatever you're trying to control. Your trans brake, your line lock, whatever you want on either one. So I would send this, hopefully you're using a relay, but send this to your relay to control whatever you're trying. This will be your trigger wire for your relay on whatever you're trying to control. There is a very, very slight, it's hard to even notice, but there's a slight delay in when you hit the button versus when it actually fires. Like I said, it's barely noticeable. It's not an issue in my world. But maybe on a trans brake, you might have an issue. Scramble button, I can't see it being an issue. Just use your judgment, but it's infrared. There's a very slight delay. It's not going to be instantaneous like a wired steering wheel setup. But take a picture of this. I'll also post a picture, whatever you want to do. And hopefully this all helps everybody out. But it's a little ghetto, but it works flawlessly. I wish I could show you how it works in the car other than the video that I posted earlier, but I can't do that because the car doesn't have an engine, a drivetrain, or any wiring in it at the moment. So I just went and pulled this dude out from underneath the dashboard so I can make this video for you guys. Hope that helps, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Thanks.